the news that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has deflated like a balloon, I just want to take some time to talk about the negative health effects that he's faced, as well as maybe him being a little honest now that he's off the juice with what he was taking at the time, to not give people false expectations in their fitness journeys, and try to shed more light in the mainstream on the use of PEDs and the prevalence in Hollywood and on social media. So let's talk about it. With the new look for Dwayne Johnson and the new look for Dave Bautista, we can pretty much confirm. I don't think there was any doubt in my mind personally, but we can pretty much confirm that both these men were on some pretty gnarly roid cycles. Dwayne Johnson has slimmed down significantly for allegedly for his new role in The Smashing Machine. You can see here his frame is a lot smaller. It's partially the shirt, I have to be honest. Like, some people are saying he's dropped 60 pounds. I saw some people saying as much as he dropped 100 pounds. I think it's probably 50 or 60 pounds, but he's really looking better. And I'm not sure how many people know this, but he does suffer from some pretty severe heart complications that come from being on roids for ages, right? So he's been in the limelight and he's been on gear since he was really young. And we can see kind of before he hopped on gear where he was. And, this is him maybe 5-10 years ago. The dude was absolutely gigantic. You can see in the videos as well, like, he's still a big guy. Like, some of these pictures are kind of washing him out, making him look small, making him look old, but he's still a big dude. So I don't think he's dropped 100 pounds. This is the picture I'm talking about. This is a side to side of before and after. He looks tired. And he looks really small here. And I think it's just the pose. I do think he looks smaller than he really would. But seeing him hop off gear is good. He's getting old, man. He's like 53 or something. It's maybe time to hop off the juice at that point in your life. And you can see in this video as well, the dude is still big. Like, he's still a really big guy. But even like if we check out these images, you can still see he's a huge guy. I think in the movie, maybe he sized up. It looks like he put on some body fat. And then post movie, he probably hopped off the juice and he's probably on some sort of like Wegovy Ozempic type of stuff to bring him back down to get him lean again. Because you can see here, this is he's still massive, unless this is some sort of like some sort of like muscle suit. He's still gigantic. He's just a lot fatter than he normally is. Not to say that he's fat, but he's a lot leaner than this. Like, if you look in this image, right? I don't really have a problem with people being on PEDs, but I do have a problem with what The Rock was doing, which what he was doing was being on PEDs very clearly, and then saying that he's completely natural, he doesn't use any PEDs, and putting that into people's heads that they can get as big as he is while being natty. And it's just simply not possible to be that big for that long at that low percentage of body fat and not be using PEDs. It would be nice to see, to a certain extent, a little bit of honesty there and saying, hey, I was on XYZ drug. Like, I was on a shit ton of testosterone since like 2007 or whatever. I don't know when he originally got huge, but like, realistically, he was probably on a massive increasing dose. That's what led to, his heart complications over time. And it would be nice to hear that now that he's off those drugs, maybe he'll be a little bit more open about it. But, either way, it's good to see him prioritizing his health, prioritizing it over the long term versus making sure that he gets to stay as big as possible and be famous and do movies and stuff. I'm sure he's still going to get roles in movies. He's still, like I was saying, a pretty big guy. But at the end of the day, health is the number one thing that everybody should focus on. And if your work is getting in the way of your health, you need to kind of keep that in mind and make decisions accordingly. So I'm happy to see that. Share below, what are your thoughts on The Rock's transformation? Do you think he looks better now, or did he look better before? And who do you think is going to be the next person to deflate in Hollywood, and why? Peace.